Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another tote for ETN. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. It's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Arizona. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. There's Manhertz, the tight end. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Hey, I-7.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
McCann's kick up and good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. From the gun on third down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence flush to his right. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Prater on to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Cardinals 28, Jaguars 24.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.